We were sitting at the Escalade off of Navigation in front of La Merida restaurant, and Elizabeth happened to see a double-decker bus coming in our direction. So we took the opportunity and scrambled and picked up all of our posters that we have regarding Safe Second Ward. And I grabbed a poster and a bullhorn, and we started shouting, "Save Second Ward, stop gentrification!" And the people on the double decker on the top level were all just smiling and waving until they heard what we were saying, and you saw their smile go to like, oh, expression of oh my goodness, what is this? So that's basically what it was, and they were on their way to I think it was a temple, maybe a temple restaurant. So we just took that opportunity for that.
So, as a resident of Second Ward, how would you feel about how individuals are coming to visit Second Ward? How Second Ward has a cultural backdrop of Latino roots. How would you? I mean, how does that make you feel?
Well, actually, I am a resident of the harbor, but my sister Elizabeth lives in Second Ward, and I grew up all around the East End. Uh, Several years ago, I moved to Northside, and the house that I was renting, I had to move because the owners decided to sell to the developers because gentrification was happening over there. And I ended up moving to the Cottage Grove area, which is north of 10 off of TC Jester, and I lived there for about 7.5 years. My landlady, who happened to be Chicana, although I called her the Nazi for other reasons, she always told me that she would give me plenty of notice to move out. When she decided to sell her home and she notified me, she said, "I'll give you plenty of time again." And I literally had 3 weeks to move. And so here I was scrambling to find a place to live. I had already, in my mind, made the decision I was going to be coming back to the neighborhood to be closer to our parents. But because I did not have much notice, the home that I'm in is not exactly what I wanted. I wasn't wanting to return to rent. I was wanting to return to purchase. And so I am there now. And being that Liz lives in Second Ward and I work in downtown and almost there on a daily basis, I have to go through the neighborhood to get to downtown when the freeway is busy. I see it day in and day out of all the developers coming in. Urban Living is one of the major ones. Perry Homes is another. Padua is another. They're coming in, giving the residents peanuts for their homes, making it sound like it's a large amount of money. Tearing down these homes where multiple generations have been there, multiple families, only to build maybe 2 3-story homes on one property where there's no yard. It's all cemented. Their taxes go up because they can't afford to pay the skyrocketing amount of taxes. So it's just a domino effect of one by one, these residents have to leave because they can't afford it. And if they don't just want one lot, they want to buy multiple lots or a whole street at a time because they want to develop the whole block. I've seen it in my neighborhood where they will buy 3 lots at a time and will put 6 houses on that. It's all cemented. You have no backyard. You hardly have a little front yard about this big, and that's considered a patio home. The houses that they build, the contractors work year round, no matter what the weather is, and the houses are shipped right away within the first year. Everything's cracking or peeling or rusting or whatever. Even the people that stay there, that have been there maybe the last 5 years, they end up leaving because the houses are not worth it. Although material-wise, it's not worth it. The quality is not worth it, and they end up going elsewhere. And yet these houses are worth $489,000 and above.
So, how does anyone feel about what they're doing now in regards to making taxpayers pay uh, for toward the street
The
for
tiers,
Purdue? Yes.
tiers 23. I think that's BS. Why does the taxpayers have to pay for something that a private developer wants? If you want that street, then you should purchase it outright. You shouldn't pass on the price of that property or that street onto the taxpayers. Should they foot the bill? I think that's ridiculous. A lot of these people, they have their homes, they own their homes outright. It may not be the most beautiful home or the most expensive home on the block, but it's theirs, and it took their blood, sweat, and tears to buy it and to live there. Why should they have to go and pay for somebody else? Pay for your own. They have multi-million dollars. Pay for your own. But that's how they get away with it. They get these tax credits from tiers with the promise of, you give me this and we will cosmetically change your neighborhood by putting in trees, all young trees, although we knock down 50-year, 100-year-old oak trees that are much better for the environment than these young ones that can't produce enough oxygen. That's just my opinion.
Okay.